What is up, YouTube? It is another day. It is freezing outside, but yesterday was super productive. Got the heads coated. Powder was done a couple days ago, but on the pistons, we got the high temp piston coating done on the crown of these XLCH pistons, the micro slick done on the bottom. So these are ready to go. Also did the valve chamber or the valves and the combustion chamber. So all we got left on the heads now is some porting work. In the meantime, if you don't mind, do me a favor, if you're enjoying any of the content on either the XLCH or the Evo I'm working on right now, or any of the other Ford stuff from way earlier this summer, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe button, or leave me a comment below. I'm trying to grow this channel to 500 by the end of the year. It's my goal. Help me out. I'm gonna rewind, go back in time, and let you guys see what I was working on yesterday. Too busy, didn't have time. I did pull the tank off, got the fuel valve of the petcocks and the block off for the other side. So that's ready to go back on. Then we're on to fuel lines. I replaced, and I don't know how long it's gonna stay this way. I might redo some stuff down the line as well, but I did replace the ground wire so the battery does sit down in the tray like it's supposed to. Got everything set up, cranking over and working as it should. Pretty much down to bleeding the brakes, which I told the kid to make sure we had .5, and he did not bring that up here, so I gotta double check on that. Maybe I think I have a bottle in the car, actually. So maybe I'll mess around with bleeding the brakes today as well. And then pretty much down to the last oddball nuts and bolts. There's still a ton of wiring cleanup and things like that, but I would like to get it rolling down the road first, and then pretty much wait all winter to finalize and do all the little details. I think realistically I'm going to give him a done bike, and if those are things he wants to do, he's going to have to learn to figure it out on his own. Otherwise, he won't learn anything. So, kind of just oversee that one, but that's where we're at. We'll update you once I start rolling on the piston coatings. Well, that didn't take long. I'm waiting on parts in the oven, so just looked at this, rerouted the battery lead down. That should be fine for now. I am going to recrimp a new one of these on with some heat shrink too. Down the line. I did find I got the other brake hose hooked up. Again, brake lines, we're going to redo all of these with shorter fittings and a better brake light switch as well. But I need to order some line fitting stuff for the front too. We were just going to run this brakeless for now because it's a chopper and we don't need front brakes. Don't recommend that. People are idiots out there. I don't have front brakes on most of mine. He wants to actually use this as a rider and keep it, so I respect that. I like that. It's a much smarter choice. In regards to the rest of it, got the brake line tightened down here, so I'm going to pop the cap off, set you guys up. We'll put some .5 brake fluid that I found in my car. So drop this in there and open up the bleeder, see if I can get anything to happen. I'm guessing it won't. Still got to tighten up the rivets on the chain. Replace that with a clippable removable master link, and that should be pretty much about it. Brake fluid is in. Let me pop open the breather on the other side and we'll see what happens here. I'm not expecting much to actually take place here. When the brake caliper's on the other side, this is a much easier job with two people. try and gravity bleed this right down to the caliper. I don't have my vacuum bleeder pump here. Otherwise I would just do that, but we're just gonna make do. So let me set this down here. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for a pump on that one. It goes way faster, so we will wait on the brakes. I'll put that cap back on real quick. Just loose. And then we'll come back around with the actual pump and finalize that one. I didn't plan on working on this part today, so I am ill prepared, which is fine. So brakes will be good to go. I'm going to leave that backside open in case anything does decide to gravity bleed at some point. Usually I don't have the best of luck with that with motorcycles, especially on the rears. The master sits so low and the caliper inlet is so high. It's like 6 inches higher on the other side. So just so you guys can kind of see what that looks like. We're coming all the way up to here. So it's got a long ways to go. So we'll pump bleed that once I get the pump. Other than that, I think I'm going to wait to put the gas tank on because I got him bolts, some stainless button heads to go on here, and then he can run the fuel line himself. Other than that, I would start it up for you, but I don't know what he wants to do for that, if he's going to run a filter or not. It's a brand new tank, so coated, done. There's your quick little Sporty update. Well, I was impatient and just want to make sure this thing's still starting, so just hooked the temporary bottle up that's leaking gas like crazy out of the fuel line, but should have most of it going into the carb. Oh, gotta tighten up this choker here. Let's see if she's still got it. Really got to put a good fuel line on this that doesn't leak like crazy. Alright, first time I ever adjusted the idle at all with the choke fully off, but she seems happy. Obviously we won't know till we get it on the road.